The Duel in Yorkshire, written by Alex Pucci, narrated by Alex Denby. My blade meets its mark. The pirate in flashy blue clothes wiped the blood from his sword with a white silk handkerchief, dropping the ruined fine cloth on the dusty ground of the alleyway. He had just struck a blow through the chainmail-covered underarm of his foe, who stood before him. "What kind of bodyguard lets its charge get pickpocketed?" he continued. "And I heard stories about the strength of Yorkshire soldiers. One alone defeated 20 cultists, strongest new platoon on the continent. You're a lot faster than you look, I'll give you that, but it takes more than—" Raincoats George interrupted him. "You're terribly mistaken," half-growled the armored warrior, ignoring the pain from his stab wound. "I'm not a soldier. I am a knight!" They fought in the alleyways and on rooftops. Their duel spanned more streets than most local citizens walked in a day. The Corsair's blade struck true more than once, but the knight fought on, parrying, swinging, blocking, and deflecting. The fight ended in an alleyway by the docks. The sun was setting behind the Corsair, shimmering orange and red on the surface of the water. Back to the glare of the sun, the pirate stood before his resilient foe. Raincoats George was his right foot up behind him. Grappling with the limits of his endurance, he rose to his feet once again. Light coruscating from the setting sun on the ocean reflected from the knight's eyes, red-hot coals among the pale ashes of a face that was showing obvious signs of blood loss. The pirate smiled, short of breath but completely unhurt. "I haven't had such a wondrous fight in years." Had? With speed he had never known himself to possess, Sir Raincoats drew his flintlock to chest height and pulled the trigger. The bullet went past its target's left shoulder as the pirate had deflected the pistol's aim, stabbing it into the brick wall. The world seemed to slow down around Sir Raincoats George as his pistol shattered. He released the grip on his gun and reformed that grip into a fist. He would later wonder at how, for the only time in the fight, he was faster than his opponent. It was as he punched across the man's face. The pirate barely reacted in time, managing to avoid all but a cut on his cheek. The pistol he drew and the bullet it shot sounded across the pier, putting a large dent in the knight's armor, right above his heart. The impact of the shot knocked him to the ground. The Corsair was visibly shaken. He had reacted on instinct in a fight, and for the first time in over 3 years. His excitement and shock seemed to solidify and then vanish as he whispered a single word under his breath, one which the recipient of that designation would not hear. "Time." Regaining his full composure, the pirate sheathed his sword and holstered the gun that he never meant to draw. "It's over, knight. I've won this round. Grace in defeat is honorable. Let none deny your strength." He dropped a leather pouch on the ground. Raincoats blinked, realizing it was the stolen article that had started the chase in the first place. The Corsair produced 2 pistols. They were of excellent craftsmanship, made of smooth, dark wood, with fine writings etched in ivory, recording poems of the sea, and deep, dark blue, polished steel. These pistols are a matching set. Magical, in fact. They are very rare, I assure you, but don't expect anyone to recognize them for their true value. He placed the pistol gently atop the returned leather bag. "I ask that you don't use it until we meet again, for until then, it won't show its true potential." He paused, turning his head as if to look around, and then eyed his defeated foe carefully, whispering once again, too quiet to hear, "Just like you." Dropping his serious demeanor, or his earlier aura of panache, the pirate smiled, his figure a shadow surrounded by an outline of red. "This won't be the only time." And then he was gone. Sir Raincoats George retrieved the stolen and returned bag, taking the pistol to replace his ruined, standard-issue IDSI flintlock. While he was having his wounds treated at the barracks, he stared blankly at this supposedly magical but non-functioning weapon. He mumbled to himself words he somehow knew to be true. "This won't be the only time."